The ALPHAASHOW proudly present for the holiday special. From the Index Mansion, William Bach and Dr. Bach will be welcoming you into their world of imagination. Each week, to share hope and joy, William and Dr. Bach will be sharing a complete chapter of their library of books. William has 22 books to share with you. Dr. Bach has 72. Once a week, they will be taking you into their universe. William will be sharing each Saturday morning at 9 a.m., starting November 7th. Dr. Bach will be sharing each Thursday evening at 9 p.m., starting November 5th. Live on all platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Also streaming on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Together father and son, they wish the world a very happy holiday season. Love and happiness are joys beyond distance. A wonderful holiday season to all. Welcome to the Alphas.
One of the things that we've learned in life is to count. And we think that is math. Adding up and subtracting will not lead you anywhere. This is not how you create wealth and abundance. Then there's multiplying and dividing. That helps. But what is leveraging? Leveraging, it's mainly to make it work in your favor. So yes, you are taking a risk. In other words, you're taking the opportunity to move forward. And now you want to leverage not just upon yourself, but upon your resource and your time. Until now, when we say that we are glorified workers, it means that we have exchanged our time in exchange for money. Actually, this is the wrong trade to do. The trade you're looking to do is to buy time. Keep that in mind, because time is the only thing you cannot have back. But as soon as you can buy time, you know that things will get better. And we talk a lot about freedom. What is freedom? Mainly is to have time, to have more time than you need. So this whole purpose is to learn to leverage. Let's get the bad press out of leveraging. Leveraging is not betting. Leveraging is not playing. Leveraging is mainly a formula. You need to find the right formula that's going to fit you, but leveraging is a way of life. For those of you who are not convinced yet, you all leverage already. What do you think education is? That was your leverage to rise up to the title of surgeon. I'm Dr. Back. Welcome to the office.
A special series, The Innovators. Dr. Paul Ouellette is an orthodontist with 50 years in the dental field. He has created 30-plus dental clinics over the course of his career. He has created one of the first dental application at the launch of the iPhone. Now in his 70s, he is looking to push COVID back with mobile dentistry, mobile imaging, and new sterilization protocols. A true visionary and entrepreneur of the dental field. The future is within reach. Don't miss Dr. Paul Ouellette on the Alpha Show, Sunday, November 8th at 11 a.m., live on all platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Welcome to the Alphas.
Hi, I'm Dr. Back. Welcome to the office. I know, change of scenery. We are today at MDEX in the office of my partner and wife, the CEO of the company. And since she's not here today and this is great lighting, I took over. Today I have the pleasure to announce to you a new series. We'll be calling this series The Innovator. The first innovator I met online within COVID time, a source of inspiration. His name is Dr. Paul Ouellette. Dr. Ouellette has 50 years experience in our profession, being an orthodontist. He built 30-some practice in the course of his career. At 76, he refused to give up hope, to give up his future because of a virus, because of society. As he is developing a new project, he's still looking for a name for that project, but he tried to cramp everything that he learned within 30 years, everything that he's facing now because of COVID, because of our restriction, a second or third wave of confinement. How can a dentist go through this without being a victim? Dr. O is a source of inspiration. At 76, he is reinventing himself. At 76, he is innovating. This is why I'm so glad to call Dr. O, my brother from another mother. We're gonna go on the field to look at Dr. O's new project. And this is the twist. This is a way for him to be as close as possible with his patient, keeping a safe distance. As the model of his business is taking shape, he will be empowering you doctors, guiding you through the process. What else do you want? You have an orthodontist with 50 years experience in your pocket. All you have to do is to call, schedule an appointment for your patient, and then you're gonna have a guidance going through with this. I am recording a new masterclass about ortho. I was just telling people that every dentist should have a look at ortho, because this is your way to relax. This is a way for you to elevate yourself to the status of a thinker. But this is a way for you to spread happiness all around. But with somebody like Dr. O in your pocket, on your smartphone, I would love to have that kind of support when I started. Let's go to the field and see what Dr. O is cooking.
Good morning. This is Dr. Paul Ouellette, otherwise known as Dr. O. I am starting a project of building a Mercedes Sprinter van into a air-friendly mobile clinic. We'll mainly do scans, and I'll put implants in for certain doctors that want temporary implants put in. With HEPA treated and ultraviolet treated air. And that's one thing I worry about at my age of a young 76. I do not want to be breathing as many aerosols anymore. So here's the Sprinter that I was able to find locally up in Jacksonville at a store, or a dealership I should say, that sells mainly buses. So through the old door, which I think we're going to have to replace because I need to go up a little higher, because we plan to add solar and an electrical system that would allow us to go anywhere and not need to have short power. I ran across on Facebook a gentleman that's only 42 years old, the age of my sons, that is a master carpenter and a licensed electrician. He's from up north, I believe, New Jersey. And he's been working his way south. He'd like to get to Miami eventually, but we hooked up, and his name's Justin, and he's going to help me with the build, especially the electrical part of it. They do tilt back, and they have very thin backs. I'll show you as we come into the other side of the van. I bought a air conditioner, a room air conditioner, that we're going to go ahead and at least get some cool air in here while we're taking all the steps. We're going to take all those steps out. The 30-some clinics I developed over my career, this place was full of dental equipment at all times. Bus door, a hydraulic bus door, which gave me more floor space to do what I need to do. It goes up top as well, but I might not be able to get the van in, putting that in place, but we'll see. A generator door, so I can slide the generator out and make sure that it doesn't create any fumes inside the coach. And you can see all the steps and everything, they're going to be removed. And the cabinets that came with this, luggage cubbies, we're going to go ahead and try to use these as cabinets. And I'm going to put tambour doors on it, so a door that would just roll down. This is the diagram of the inside of the coach. I took a picture of the way it was set up as a bus with 16 chairs in the back, 1 chair in the front, and made it real light so that I can superimpose, using Keynote from Macintosh, a diagram. You can see we have the shower in the front with a toilet that will be covered with a bench so patients will not see that it's a toilet. I'll put a area in there for the patients to rinse with an iodine medication to hopefully kill any bacteria or virus in their mouths before we work on them. 2 scan chairs in the front for Invisalign scans. In the back there'll be a pedo chair that we'll use for dental procedures, placing implants, and in the evening we can set up a bed on top over the chair as it's lowered down so we can sleep in the van overnight. Any of the viewers of the first episode to please make your suggestions on how we can improve the preliminary design. This will be a work in progress, and I'm sure there'll be changes as we are now doing the tear out and getting it ready for the build, and dimensions and things will change once we have all the platforms where the chairs were removed.
He's going to do this to make sure that he can keep practicing even if the condition has changed. Today, we do not have the luxury to make mistakes anymore. When we talk about financial mistakes, we have too much overhead, we have too much waste, and we're depending on one physical location. Dr. O is working to change most of that. He is building a mobile unit with diagnostic tool, with x-rays, with scan, that can just go around and capture data safely. And yes, he's talking about having that sterilized at the edge of technology. He's doing that to give access to everybody to the top of the line of technology today to allow dentists to not have to invest as much in imaging appliance that will serve them only a fraction of the time. In the United States, about more than half the population of dentists are already working under a certain umbrella or an organization. The reason is it is not sustainable anymore to run your own shop. In Canada, we're about from 5 to 10%. So there's a big catching up coming. The only question is, what will be the format of the catching up, and also who will be leading the charge? We're not even competing directly with the big corporation on the field. I'm talking about the dental corporation, because many they be buying out dentists. So those dentists with clinics will more go to them. We are willing to look into the accommodation of a few, but mainly our model is looking through the youth, the new dentist, the comer, the one without a clinic yet. To them, the choice is easy. Either I'm gonna go work for a corporation, or I'm gonna go work for myself, or I'm gonna build my own shop. The last option, you and I know that will not be feasible anymore in the near future because the risk is way too high.
The Alpha Show proudly present for the holiday special. From the Index Mansion, William Bach and Dr. Bach will be welcoming you into their world of imagination. Each week, to share hope and joy, William and Dr. Bach will be sharing a complete chapter of their library of books. William has 22 books to share with you. Dr. Bach has 72. Once a week, they will be taking you into their universe. William will be sharing each Saturday morning at 9 a.m., starting November 7th. Dr. Bach will be sharing each Thursday evening at 9 p.m., starting November 5th. Live on all platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Also streaming on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Together, father and son, they wish the world a very happy holiday season. Love and happiness are joys beyond distance. A wonderful holiday season to all. Welcome to the Alphas.
Sunshine Welding Company, and I have a couple dental chairs that I want to repurpose and put into a mobile use, and so let me show you what we're doing with that. The Craftmaster is an ortho chair, which is adults can sit in it and kids can sit in it, and so it was on a regular dental base, which takes up a lot of room and it's too big for inside a mobile application. So I'm going to have some plates fabricated so I can put it on a boat seat pedestal. The other seat over there is a seat out of the Sprinter Executive Coach. They gave me a couple that I could experiment with because they do recline, but they don't go back too far, so I may not end up using that one. And I'll take you around to the other side, and you can. The underneath of this chair has 4 bolts, so I have to have a square plate made, and then I have to have an adapter that'll fit on a pedestal. Now the pedestals for boats have up and down adjustments, and they can swivel. They're not as versatile as a dental chair that goes in all different directions. You're getting the floor out a little piece at a time. There's wood on top of welded steel platforms. I want to introduce you guys to Justin Hudson.
Hello, y'all. We're just starting to gut out the Mercedes right now, and we're going to lower this level down so in sinks, and so we're right at the beginning stages. We'll remove this wall. We're going to be adding TVs, and it's going to be a real cool install. But we're just removing this flooring to get a base to work with.
We're going to take that wall, and we're probably going to move the wall back about 1.5 feet. And one of the ideas we have is to have the wall on a lift, like a TV lift that lifts a TV out of a cabinet. And so if we put half of the wall down with a TV attached to it, we will be able to see out the back windows. So when we are and get the floor down a little lower in the back, we got out all the upper cabinets. And we're thinking of maybe not replacing them because it looks so nice with the windows and it has so much more openness to it without those cabinets. So maybe we'll leave them out. Also, we got the back off. And there's an exit here, hatch. And I'm thinking of putting a special ultraviolet light fixture up there. Measures about 3 feet by 22 inches. That's the X-ray, how big it is. And so in a bricks and mortar location, an X-ray of this size we'll use, but in a mobile application, in fact, let's just take our masks off here now, and I want to introduce you to Lee Davis. Lee Davis is with a company called Action Imaging, okay, and they bought the company called Ouellette.
So we purchased Villa.
And I think they're out of Italy is where they do their manufacturing.
Yes.
Okay, and we were talking about there's one street with all the high-tech companies on it that make imaging equipment.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean it's all, you've got all these manufacturers, and it's dental, as it's a very small community. So between different companies, I mean you obviously have a lot of
camaraderie, getting together,
right, and
sharing ideas,
and the engineering, the workflow. You look at all these companies, and they're all different and unique in their own way, but they're all very similar.
Yeah. I have met Lee today, coming to see patients here in Kennesaw. We're calibrating the machine here, and it'll be up and running probably by next week. Can you hand me that X-ray right there, please, Lee? This is an X-ray called the Nomad, and it's a very small handheld X-ray for taking small pictures in the mouth. So when we see our children patients, our pediatric patients, we'll be using an X-ray source like this, and then his company will provide the sensors and the acquisition computers and so on that we need to hold all the images. So God is great. I met another awesome contact that's going to be part of our development team.
So here is design number 4, and as I told you in the beginning, this is a work in progress. So we are moving the shower around to see where it's going to best fit and give us the most room to move around the patient. In the back of the coach, we'll put all the equipment such as vacuum systems and things that make noise, and we're going to create a wall, a lift wall that comes up with a TV on it and insulates the sound in the back of the unit. So the position of the dental chair is being determined. We're using the old base from a dental chair I've had in storage for years, which I plan to wire brush and repaint and clean it up, but we have to have something that we can scale and see how it's going to work out in the unit. Up in the front, we will have a privacy curtain that can be closed so that no one can see in. There's also duvet shutters or blinds on each of the windows so that we can have complete privacy in the unit. Again, I ask the audience to give us any ideas that might make our design better and more functional. Thank you very much for your attention.
So this is just a first. We'll be following Dr. O in the next weeks or months as this project is taking shape. This is not to sell you anything. This is to inspire you with that spirit of Dr. O to never give up, to always look with hope towards the future. everything that he's doing for his mobile clinic, I think that there's a lot we can learn from to implement in our own practice. This is on top of the fact that if you want to start ortho, that's your easy way in. Dr. Ouellette, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the inspiration. Thank you so much for being my brother. Thank you so much for sharing as much to all of us. You are a resource of inspiration. I'm Dr. Back. Welcome to the office. Some other people would like to hear, I need more money so I can build my dreams, so I can free myself. Whatever your goals are, that's okay. I'm here to just show you how to reach that million as soon as possible and way faster than you think. The first time you went to med school or dental school, what happened? It was new, it was exciting. It's the same with finance. The difference that at school, if you fail, that's on your report. In business, if you fail, stand up quick enough, redo it, play it better, and that loss never even appear. I'm not asking you to change your life and to turn it upside down. Mainly what I'm trying to do here is to show you there's an alternative, and also all you have to do is to embrace the alternative and keep doing what you do best, just a little better. I said many times already, becoming a millionaire is something that you have the ability to reach, and it's somewhere or your responsibility to reach. I'm not selling you anything here. I'm sharing with you. The reason why I'm sharing with you, there's something called abundance out there. And no, abundance is not a myth. Abundance, it's mainly what you'll be reaching the day you understand that you live in a certain reality, and that reality has been constrained by your own boundaries. It won't take much for you to open up and to see that there's so many more opportunities. In other words, realities out there for as long as you just decide to change your boundaries. And most of the boundaries, yes, doctor, you put them there yourself. I'm Dr. Back. Welcome to the office. So what we are is a chance to keep the independence of this profession. The reason why we can take this drive and lead the change is because, for one, we understand that this is more than just profit. This is a society in rebuild. This has more implication than just taking market share, banking on profit and popularity. This is about creating a root, a deeper root with the organization, a deeper root with the community, and this is also why we have made sure that all our partners will be happy. And between you and I, we're saying that after 10 years, they're free to go. We are that confident that nobody will like to leave Index, unless they have personal reason that they have to move and change country. For people who be changing cities inside of the same country, we are thinking that this can be an easy swap. You swap in your share of MDEX on one side, and then we swap that back on the other side where you want to practice. It will take you maybe a few months to readjust, but you're not building back from scratch. To all the dentists partnering up with us, you have a partner. It's just like renting a car. Of course, if you just want to cut your contract, you will have some penalties to face, but you're not alone. To the bankers looking at us and the people who are lending the money, you know that a dentist can have ups and downs. We never know what life will bring. But unless there's another COVID pause like this one, it is very unlikely that the whole industry will just stall. And this is what we are, the foundation of an industry.
The Alpha Show proudly present for the holiday special. From the Index Mansion, William Bach and Dr. Bach will be welcoming you into their world of imagination. Each week, to share hope and joy, William and Dr. Bach will be sharing a complete chapter of their library of books. William has 22 books to share with you. Dr. Bach has 72. Once a week, they will be taking you into their universe. William will be sharing each Saturday morning at 9 a.m., starting November 7th. Dr. Bach will be sharing each Thursday evening at 9 p.m., starting November 5th. Live on all platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Also streaming on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Together father and son, they wish the world a very happy holiday season. Love and happiness are joys beyond distance. A wonderful holiday season to all. Welcome to the Alphas.
I'm living right here and now, and I don't wanna miss out. Is this what life's all about? The world is calling and I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. I feel the freedom inside. Come on, let's go for a ride. I finally opened my eyes and I can see it so clearly. So clearly. Life is but and isn't it amazing? Oh, life can be amazing. Oh, I feel my heartbeat racing. I'll fly soaring ever higher. I can light my inner fire, and then we'll see what happens now, what happens now. And then we'll see what happens now, what happens now. Watch what happens now. Sometimes we have what it takes, sometimes we make our mistakes, and now the journey awaits. So don't you wanna come with me? Come with me. We'll make our way to the top, we'll never break, never stop. And when we get to the spot, we'll know we made it there together. We'll remember forever that life is but a dream. And isn't it amazing? Oh, life can be amazing. Oh, I feel my heartbeat racing. I'll fly soaring ever higher. I can light my inner fire, and then we'll see what happens now, what happens now. And then we'll see what happens now, what happens now. Watch what happens now. It's amazing, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing. Whoa, it's amazing, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing. Watch what happens now.